Office Pro, which is a very reliable, box office prediction sites. Okay, you know, they're predicting that the Marvels will do so horrible that it might even go below 40 million. Yes, below 40 million. There's a possibility that this movie opens below 40 million. That's how badly the Marvels is doing. Okay, these types of movies used to be the big movies. Okay, I think after these sales, I don't think people could be scared of Marvel anymore. Okay, the reason why no movies launched against Disney and Marvel, because they'll be drowned out. For example, 2019, the weekend I talk about all the time is Anna versus Toy Story 4. Okay, of course, because Toy Story 4 is a massive franchise that a lot of people grew up with, a lot of people love. Everyone to go see Toy Story 4. No one went to go see Anna. It's a unknown movie about life, that nobody cares about. It got bad reviews by the critics. It's funny. The Marvels somehow managed to get a fresh score. Oh my god. Even then, for MCU standards, the 61% is awful. Awful for MCU standards. Okay, we gotta realize this is the MCU we're talking about here. This is most movies in the MCU have a 70% plus. Okay, until this decade, every MCU movie besides for The Dark World had a 70% plus score on Rotten Tomatoes. Okay, I think also the Hulk didn't have 70. I think the Hulk was around 68 to 72%. But the Marvels was doing so bad. The only movies that did better than is The Eternals and Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Two of them, in my opinion, the two of the worst movies in the MCU. Okay, if the Marvels was a DCU film, it would have got 20% like Suicide Squad did. Okay, the first Justice League did, and other movies did. Okay, if the Marvels was a DCU movie, okay, it will got a 20%. But of course, because it's made by Disney, the critics have to somehow give it a fresh score. Even then, 61% is awful for the MCU standards. Okay, for example, another movie that came out a couple years ago, Alita Battle Angel, had the same score as this movie basically. Okay, which is pretty hilarious because everybody thought that the critics hated Alita. Okay, that movie still got a 61%. Okay, but the Marvels is so bad and so awful that not even the critics can give a plus 70% score. A score higher than For Love and Thunder and for The Dark World. Okay, those are also often considered the worst MCU movies. Okay, yeah. Yeah, and the cons here. Marvel scoured its goodwill for the past couple of years, and its mixed reception. And also the Disney Plus show that nobody watches as well. Okay, pre-sales of talent inherent broader franchise challenges lags behind 71%. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 and 34% Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania at the same pre-release. As a 55% Rotten Tomatoes score, which has increased to 61%. Magically, like Elemental did as well. Magically, these Disney movies magically always get a fresh score. This is why nobody believe, and but we already knew this because earlier this year, it has been proven that Rotten Tomatoes rigs the scores, so movies they want to have good scores get a positive review. I wouldn't be surprised if IMDb somehow gives this movie a 7 out of 10. Oh yeah, average score 7 out of 10. Yeah, like people really gonna believe that most people give this movie a 7 out of 10. Say if it was The Little Mermaid in the first Captain Marvel, The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker. All these movies somehow get a 7 out of 10 on IMDb average score. Yeah, that's a load of bullshit, as well. Okay, load of bullshit. Tony Red somehow average a 7 out of 10. Right, yeah. It's a 6.1 out of 10, even though nobody liked the movie. Okay, yeah, it's 6.1 out of 10. Okay, as well, and FNAF is also going to be in its third weekend, and it's going to probably still make more money than the Marvels, you know, comparatively. And the movies are having really good ratings, but at least FNAF is a profitable movie. At least it will make money. The Marvels will not make money, okay? That's the difference. Okay, no one's gonna watch the Marvels. Okay, there was no interest for this movie. Okay, there was absolutely no interest for this movie. Okay, and yeah. Let's not forget the Marvels costed $227 million to make, including tax breaks from the UK. Okay, it probably did cost around $300 million to make, despite the awful CGI. Despite them making one of the most cringiest movies of the year. Because Disney, hires the worst writers possible for movies. They probably are not even humans anymore. They probably are AI at this point, more than likely. But this movie continues to crater in the box office projections. And tomorrow we'll be seeing the first box office numbers for the Marvels. See how this movie really does. This movie could, quote unquote, defy our expectations. But more likely, it won't. Goodbye.